We're here, a special edition of Meet the Leaders. The governor's 2014 State of the State address just occurred. We've been joined by New York State Assemblyman Graf from the 5th Assembly District in Suffolk County. So, Assemblyman, you've heard this governor speak before.
Yes, yes.
I see you've heard several of these addresses. You probably were there for his first one a couple of years ago. How have things changed?
I think the shine came off the apple.
Why?
Okay, well, today was a lot to do about nothing. Okay, this governor, first off, Long Island was not mentioned once in this speech. Okay, I guess the only role that Long Island has is to pay his bill. The other stuff that he talked about were the computers, which hindsight looks like a good thing, but that's all meant to push the Common Core agenda forward again. So the other thing was giving a $20,000 bonus to teachers that proved highly effective. That will push teachers to teach to the test again, which has been a problem. You know that we've just got done doing the 11 forums throughout the state.
About the Common Core.
About the Common Core and what it's doing. And this is just, you know, this governor promised to be the advocate for children. He just barred the door and told the kids, you're on your own. So, I mean, I was highly disappointed. I didn't see anything there for the people that I represent in this state. I saw a lot of...
You've got school districts that are struggling with increased mandates like the Common Core, trying to figure out how we're going to train our faculty and pay for that and roll that out in a responsible and thoughtful way. They've burned through their fund balances and they're down to the bone. Yeah.
No mandate relief, right? I mean, look, and if you watch it, this is the third one that we've done with them. And, you know, if you look before, people would stand up and applaud the legislators and sit down and stand up and applaud. Not this one. They mainly remained seated, okay? I mean, there were no specifics here when he talked about that people would get property tax relief, okay? There are a lot of strings attached to that.
But that affects Long Island. I mean, you hear from Long Islanders about property taxes every day, especially school taxes.
Well, Pat, you were a county executive. Yeah. Part of that, in order to get that, you have to do consolidation. So what's going to happen? Are the towns going to consolidate or absorb the county, or is the county going to absorb the towns?
And our neighboring school districts, even when they want to merge, like in Southampton, they find out that one of the districts will see the property taxes go down, the other will see it go up, and instead of figuring out how to bridge that gap, which you could do with state aid to encourage that. You know, right now people are trying to scratch it in their heads saying, how do we get this done without having a winner and a loser?
Well, he had a lot of cute little sound bites, but just right there, there's no way we're going to see any of that tax relief. Most of the jobs he talked about, we're focusing on upstate New York. We're focusing on
isn't upstate an economic basket case?
Well, the thing is look, I represent the people of 5th Assembly District. I represent Long Island, okay? And once again, Long Island may as well not been a part of the state, because we were not included in his State of the State address. Long Island was excluded. So what we become and what we've always been, and the people of this state know what we are, is we're the piggy banks. So basically, he's going to draw businesses upstate New York by giving them a 0% tax. But meanwhile, who's going to pick up the tab? It's Long Island again.
And New York City and Westchester and those prosperous suburban communities, right.
I would invite you to go down to the garage right now and look. I don't have a BMW. My neighbor doesn't have BMWs. We don't all drive Jaguars or Rolls Royces, okay? But this governor doesn't get it. And if you listen to his speech here, okay, and a lot of points and a lot of things that are important to people of the state of New York, he's not listening. He's been in office, he's enthralled with being the governor of the state of New York. People have put him on a pedestal, okay? He's not out there, he's not listening to people. He does not get it. And all this was a campaign kickoff speech. But if you looked at this as a candidate, it's a bad candidate, because he doesn't know what the people are saying. He's telling you what he thinks you should be saying.
Now, in all, I have to give the other side. A lot of people would say Long Island, you know, as a result of all that federal money coming in, Sandy is going to be getting billions of dollars over the next couple of years, and has already gotten billions of dollars to help rebuild those communities that were devastated.
Well, we're going to be looking into that too. We're going to be looking into that too, because checks just went out, right? The bureaucracy has made a lot of money on this. Okay, we paid a lot of administrative costs, but I'm hearing from a lot of people they haven't seen a check yet.
That they were promised, yeah.
And the checks that they had were disappointing.
Right.
Okay, so look, what we've been doing, what we've been seeing from the governor's office here is governing by sound bites. Okay, and it's getting tiring. It's getting old. Okay, this State of the State address was not impressive. I wasn't impressed. I didn't hear anything for us. I didn't hear anything for Long Island. It's like Long Island might as well have been shaved off the bottom of New York State.
All right, on that note, we're going to take a break. I want to thank you very much for coming. We will have you on Meet the Leaders so we can do a half-hour show and really dive into the very points that you've been making. So I really appreciate you coming by.
Terrific, thanks.
I said